Yes, our children, drink deep and feel the searing embrace of the first one. Now it is time for you to acquire what you came for.
The burning in your veins is but a moment of discomfort in your transition to the great beyond. Now we welcome you to your eternity. Drink deeply, have faith, and join us in this sermon.
Welcome back to the Koolaid Stand. I'm Jet.
I'm Steven.
And we're doing another episode where you become a sports analyst.
Can we redo the intro? Can you do like a sports announcer thing?
Oh, for the welcome back?
Yeah.
I can do that. Welcome back to the Koolaid Stand. I'm Jet.
And I'm Steven.
And we're doing another sports analyst episode.
Let's go. Glad to be back here with you, Jet. Looking at these teams this year, I think we're going to have a great season.
It's been a really strong rookie class coming in this year. It's one of the best top 10 draft classes that I've ever seen, frankly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the teams are the same every year, and and there's always 10 good teams.
Yeah. So last time we did the NFL. This time we're doing the NBA because after we did the last episode, which we had fun with, we were like, the nicknames for the teams in the NBA are much sillier than the ones in the NFL, which are mostly animals and dudes with guns fighting each other.
Significantly more esoteric.
Yeah, exactly.
Conceptual. I'm really excited to do this. I'm curious though, like, has the season already started? This will release in 2 weeks, so like halfway through February.
Yeah, the season is well underway. So again, the timing, just like with the NFL one, is completely irrelevant.
That's okay.
And
I'm
also,
because we wanted to wait until the Super Bowl was done.
Yeah. So that I could sort of review your NFL predictions. We already know the Vikings didn't win the Super Bowl, which is what you said was going to happen.
It should have been, what was it, Titans and Vikings?
I think so. I think you said the Vikings were going to win because if the Viking dies and goes to Valhalla, then that's a win, right? Was that the...
It was the Vikings and the Chargers.
Oh,
because
yeah,
the Chargers beat the Titans. Yeah.
And then we were like, the Chargers are kind of like, they could be Zeus. Like Thor or Zeus. But even if you strike down a Viking in battle, the Viking goes to Valhalla. And that's a win.
And he wins anyway. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm aware of some of the names for the NBA teams. Have you done your research on like all of them and like why they're called that and stuff?
No, but I know a fair few of them anyway. I know the reasons why for some of them, especially the ones that are named the way they are for funny reasons.
All right. Okay. Cool. We have a lot of teams. The NBA is way deeper than the NFL, isn't it?
Has less teams. Has 2 less teams.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is the bracket system the same?
No, it's totally different. You remember how?
All right, because it's not 2 conferences.
We do have 2 conferences in the NBA, but in the NFL, do you remember how the conferences were split into groups of 4?
Yes.
So we don't have divisions within conferences in the NBA. We just have 2 conferences with 15 teams apiece.
What determines the bracket system?
So
like a round robin or?
Before we start, I want to plug the fact that we're doing video now because I've created a visual aid for this episode. I've got the logos and I've got the rankings on screen. We'll still do it in a way that's listenable for audio people. Mm-hmm. But check out the video if you want to check out the video.
We're posting these right to Spotify. So if you're listening to us already, you probably know that we have video.
Yeah, true. Hopefully we'll be putting them on YouTube soon as well.
Yeah, as soon as I got time, I'll make a YouTube channel.
But if you are looking at the screen, you'll see that I have rankings 1 through 10 for each conference, the Western and the Eastern Conference. Now, there's 15 teams per conference, like I said, and the top 8 teams from each conference go to the playoffs. And there's an East side and a West side of the bracket, each with 8 teams. They play each other until the champion of the East plays the champion of the West in the NBA Finals. The reason that I have 10 spots instead of 8 is because the NBA now does this thing where 7th through 10th place play each other in a miniature 4-team bracket to see who gets to be the 7th and the 8th seed in the playoffs, right? So potentially the 9th and 10th place team could win the play-in tournament, and they would be the 7 and 8 seed. Does that make sense?
Okay. Sure. Yeah, okay.
1 through 6 qualify automatically.
Okay.
7 through
and
10.
So then we have like a loser bracket.
Yes, 7 through 10 do a loser bracket to claim the last 2 playoff spots.
That's kind of cool. I dig it.
So I'm just going to have we're just going to go through the Western Conference teams one by one. And I'm going to have you just kind of blindly rank them where you think they might land based off their mascot. And then we can adjust the rankings as we go. I'm going to have you rank the top 10, and then I'll let you pick the 2 teams in places 7 through 10 that you think would be the best of those 4, basically.
All right, and that goal is going to shift around because of the nature of re-examining each group in a microcosm. So that might shift up the late game, like it kind of happened with the NFL bracket. So
yeah, it'll make it a little bit chaotic, but there's no way to do this that isn't.
Can we start from the bottom left?
Bottom left, yeah, we can start from the bottom left. That makes
so we got the Lakers.
Yeah, that makes your first team the LA Lakers.
Okay, and the LA Lakers are famously known for being crazy good, but right?
Yeah, they're kind of one of like the great NBA franchises for sure.
Kobe and LeBron and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, man. Good pull.
Ball knower.
Huge ball knower. Do you know why they're called the Lakers?
No, I don't.
Do you know about the land of 1,000 lakes?
No. Oh, is that
That's just Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they used to be, I think that's Michigan, right?
I think so.
It's one of the states around the Great Lakes, is known as the land of 1,000 lakes. I'm pretty sure it's Michigan.
Okay.
The Lakers.
Oh, because basketball teams get moved all over the place.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay.
They used to be based in Michigan. They were known as the Lakers because they were in the land of 1,000 lakes. They relocated and did not change their name.
Now they're in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, now they're an LA team called
LA
the Lakers.
Okay, which has no lakes.
What is a Laker?
Someone from the land of 1,000 lakes, I suppose.
So
we have a guy,
a Michigan transplant that's living in LA.
Okay,
gets in a fight with
another. Well, this wouldn't even be a prospector. This would just be like a dude. All right.
Yeah, just a guy.
Someone from Michigan.
Who lives in LA, I guess.
Lives in LA.
If that's how you want to interpret it.
He's like getting like left side radicalized. He's like really going. He did go into therapy. He likes his matcha tea. Okay, what's the next one?
The next one is the New Orleans Pelicans.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
Pelicans are sick.
They're a pretty new team. They used to be the New Orleans Hornets. So
sorry, that's just a big loss to like go from bug to Pelican, I guess.
Well, the Hornets still exist, but they play in Charlotte now.
Okay. Charlotte, North Carolina?
Yeah. So they're in the Eastern Conference. We'll talk about them later. They used to be the New Orleans Hornets. I think that when they moved to Charlotte, that was them moving back to Charlotte. And then New Orleans was like, or the team in Charlotte was getting renamed because they like got the naming rights back or some shit. And then New Orleans was like, we still have a team, but we need a new brand. And they became the Pelicans.
Okay. And who's the Kings?
That's Sacramento. We got the Sacramento Kings. Yeah.
Okay. And then is that the Jazz?
Yep, the Utah Jazz.
The Utah Jazz.
One of our most
being
esoteric.
From Seattle. Being from Seattle, we hate that.
No, that's Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay.
Used to be the Sonics. The Jazz, they must have been from New Orleans or something, right? Like Utah.
So this is I'm picking a top 6, and it's like who would come out in order 1 through 6 in a like a rampant fight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then who's next after the Jazz?
You know what they say? You can't fight the music. Next.
Well, so that's what I was. So I'm already. I have preferences already. I think Jazz is wild and unpredictable and unsyncopated, and you can never tell where it's going. When you know what? At the end of the day, when you're approaching your moment that you really don't want to deal with, you've made a bunch of mistakes, and now it's time to confront those mistakes. What do people say? It's time to face the music.
Yep.
So, I think the Jazz is a high contender. Who's next?
It is funny that they're from Utah, though. Like, I don't know this for sure, but they must have relocated from somewhere that's actually known for jazz.
I'd prefer like the Harlem Jazz or something like that.
That sounds cool, too.
It does.
This next team is the Memphis Grizzlies, so they're Bears.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's going to be difficult because Grizzlies are fucking terrifying.
And I think they used to be from Vancouver, the Canadian Vancouver.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Also, I need to say now that on the NFL episode, I said that a lion could beat a bear. That was foolish of me. A bear would absolutely crush a lion. It's a body mass and power thing.
You've been confronted about that like by multiple people since that episode, haven't you?
Yeah.
Really embarrassing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so the thing is the last version of me, that was what got that version retired. So I'm the new Steven.
New Steven, NBA analyst. He's more into basketball this time around.
I'm more of a rock knower as opposed to
rock knower. You're not a pigskin knower anymore.
No. What's next after the Grizzlies?
That's the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay, what's a Maverick?
Their mascot is a horse.
Okay.
Is a Maverick a horse? Is that like actually a word for a horse?
I think so. I colloquially know it as like a hot shot or like a dude who's really cool.
Right. But I think it might also be a word for a horse. You take that either way you want. They're called the Mavericks. Their mascot's a horse.
All right, got it.
This next team is the other LA team. It's the Clippers, and we're talking about the Boats.
Oh, okay. So, big boat.
Yeah, big Clipper.
Got it.
Yep, easy enough. This is the Portland Trail Blazers up next.
That's what that logo is. Oh my god! You know what else it looks like? It looks like Origin. Which is does, like
since we're talking about the logo for video people, I'll pull it on screen here. This is the Portland Trail Blazers logo.
And we're from the greater Seattle area, so I see that logo all the fucking time. I did not know that it was a basketball logo. I thought I genuinely, I'm a nerd, and I thought it was Origin.
And for a long time now, this has been the closest team for Washington folks since the Supersonics.
Like the 70s.
It's more recent than that, but yeah. Also, this logo I think is supposed to supposedly be a stylized PT, but it doesn't look like that to me.
It's the Trailblazers. These are guys that run ahead on a trail.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
So we have just to recount, someone from Michigan, a stork? A pelican.
Pelican.
Royalty, Jazz the concept, a grizzly bear, a horse, a boat, someone who runs along on trails. Who's next?
This is the Minnesota Timberwolves.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. This is a strong contender, I think, probably, right?
Are Timberwolves one of the real ones, or are they like dire wolves? I can't remember.
I think they're real. I think they're like pretty big wolves.
Sick.
You're going to like the next one.
Is that the Miami Heat?
No, this is the Phoenix Suns. Good luck beating the
Suns. No shit. Oh no. Do you know anything about Astro Boy?
No, but you are going to have to find a team that can literally kill the sun if you don't want them to win the NBA Finals.
That's brutal. There's a character, there's like a villain in Astro Boy that's like just the sun. Okay, so the Phoenix Suns, and this is pickaxes.
Yeah, this is another good one. This is the Denver Nuggets.
Okay, this is like a gold rush prospector kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a gold nugget.
Got it. And is that the Thunder?
Yeah, this is the one that Seattleites have to hate. This is the Oklahoma City Thunder. Used to be the Seattle Supersonics, and they recently won the NBA Finals. So Seattleites are sad about that in general.
Well, it's also like, guys, have we heard of the ship of Theseus? It's not the Sonics anymore. Like, there's no one left. Right? There's no Sonics players still there.
There's still Sonics players in the league, but I don't think that any of them play for OKC anymore.
And even if they did, like, the branding's all different, the team moved, like, it's not the same thing anymore.
But like Kevin Durant, bro, I'm sure you've heard of Kevin Durant, right?
I have.
Yeah, he was drafted by Seattle and then became like one of the best players ever while playing for the Thunder. People are bitter about that for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the OKC, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, this next one might be kind of a weak contender. It's the San Antonio Spurs.
Okay, so not a Cowboy, just the Spur.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and then who's next?
The Houston Rockets.
Okay, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. And then the last one is the Golden State Warriors. Take the Warriors however you'd like.
All right. Also, Houston in the Western Conference?
Yeah, the Western Conference cuts off on like the east side of Texas.
Oh, all right. Okay, so now it's ranking time. So the first two I'm thinking of is the Spurs and the Thunder. So we have just, not lightning, just the sound of thunder and an inanimate object that is supposed to be put onto a boot.
Yeah.
I think if I saw a spur lying there, like if I walked into a room and there was a spur in the middle of the floor and I did not know it was there, I would just be like, "What? Oh, it's a spur, weird." But if I was like walking outside and then I didn't see lightning and then thunder, I would be like, "Oh, that'd be it, right?" It'd just be like, I think thunder would be in 9 and Spurs are in 10.
Okay. You know, there's 15 teams, so you're gonna have to cut out five. Like 5 of them aren't even gonna make the list.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, take them out of the list then. My bad.
Okay, because they're the worst too.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, Rockets, Warriors, Nuggets.
Suns.
Well, hold on. Nuggets.
Yeah.
The Nuggets? Are they prospectors or are they just gold nuggets?
I mean, they're the Nuggets. I think they're just the actual gold.
All right, so take the Nuggets out of the mix too.
Okay, the Nuggets are not making the playoffs.
No. I've also never heard of that team ever, so are they not very good?
No, they've been like one of the best teams in recent years.
Okay. I need to eliminate 2 more.
Yeah, you do.
The Cutters.
So you've got the Warriors, the Rockets, the Suns, the Timberwolves, the Trailblazers, the Clippers, the Mavericks, the Grizzlies, the Jazz, the Kings, the Pelicans, and the Lakers. So you do still have just a guy from Michigan in the mix.
Yeah. Okay. I think a Clipper isn't equipped for battle.
No.
It's just a boat. So take the Clipper out battle.
Okay.
And this is going to piss so many people off, I'm sure. Just factually, but take the Lakers out too.
I think it makes
dude from
sense.
Michigan and LA. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
So
start
now we're left
dragging
with
these on screen here because you're down to just 10 teams. So you're down to the Jazz, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Kings, Pelicans, Trailblazers, Warriors, Rockets, Timberwolves, Suns.
Okay. Suns are top 3 for sure. Who else are they competing with? The Jazz is my opinion.
You rate the Jazz highly, don't you?
I rate the Jazz highly mostly because Jazz is such a nebulous idea.
It can't be defeated.
The Suns ultimately burn out, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, music is forever, baby. And
Interestingly, the sun has probably been around for longer than music.
This is true. Let's do suns in number 1.
I think that's sensible. It's kind of hard to argue with that.
And let's put the jazz in number 2. Okay, so a rocket isn't inherently like equipped for battle. It just like is a vehicle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there are rockets that are weapons, but they're obviously referencing like the space travel vehicle.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put the rockets in like number 10, I think.
Okay. Number 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Do me a favor. Get the Rockets out of here. Let's get the Lakers back in.
The Lakers are better than the Rockets,
Yeah,
you've decided.
Well, yeah, because I put a Clipper out, right? Because it's just a vehicle that's like not necessarily meant to fight.
You did do that.
Like,
That's true.
I want the Rockets out. Yeah. So let's put a dude from Michigan at number 10. I think a dude from Michigan. Here's the question: is will it lose a fight to the thing next above?
A pelican?
I think a pelican. Pelicans aren't really built for fighting either. Honestly,
No.
They're cool. But they just fly around and eat fish. So I think a dude from
Yeah,
Michigan could probably
that's
figure out
true.
how to take down pelicans.
I don't think they'd be able to eat a guy, though.
Let's put the pelican at number 10. No. Let's do the Pelicans at 10.
Pelicans at 10, Lakers at 9?
Yeah, Lakers at 9.
Okay.
All right. Lakers, are they going to lose a fight to a warrior?
Of what sort?
Well, I think a dude from Michigan, a Trailblazer is going to have guerrilla tactics.
That's a huge advantage that Portland is using guerrilla tactics for sure.
I think Portland and its guerrilla tactics. A man from Michigan loses to a warrior, but the Trailblazer has home field advantage. So I'm gonna put.
So where does that put them for you?
Let's do Lakers at 9, Warriors at 7, Trailblazers at 8.
Trailblazers at 8. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's your those are your 4 play-in teams, which you're gonna pick 2 of to make the playoffs. Now,
actually,
what about your
hold
top
on. I'm going to
6?
shift things around
This is
again.
between the Suns and the Jazz, which you've already locked in at 1 and 2. Okay.
Now I'm moving them around again. Because
Maybe.
My question is, what's a king to a mob? You know what I mean? And what's so like? I think a king would fall to his warriors most certainly. So put the king down at 7 and warriors up to 8.
Up to 8 or up to 6? Because you had the Warriors at 7.
7. Yeah. Warriors up to 6, which puts the Trailblazers up to 5.
You want the who do you want to be 8 then? Because currently you have the Trailblazers at 8.
Warriors at 8, Trailblazers at. God damn it. Hold on. 10, 9. The Lakers lose to. Dude from Michigan loses to a king, is what I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm. But you're saying a king beats
the king
Trailblazer.
Will lose to the Warriors, but the Trailblazers will beat the Warriors.
So the Trailblazers need to move
Trailblazers
up.
at 6.
Okay. Trailblazers at 6 and Warriors at 5.
Warriors at 5. Yes.
Okay, and then
wait, sorry, 6, 7. 6, 7. Kings at 8. Kings at 8, Warriors at 7. There you go. Got it. I got it.
You sound like an actual sports gambler right now. Warriors at 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the order right now is Pelicans lose to dude from Michigan.
Yeah.
Dude from Michigan loses to a king. King loses to his Warriors. The Warriors lose to the guerrilla tactics of the Portland Trailblazers.
And then above that is a bear.
Yeah, so then it's I think the Trailblazers lose to man, I don't know. Humans regularly have advantages over horses.
Okay, so the Trailblazers need to keep moving up the ladder then.
I think I need you to shift the whole ladder up one more time to put a horse over a pelican.
Put a horse over a pelican. So the Mavericks are going all the way down to 9.
Oh, yeah. Because I think a dude from Michigan could figure out how to like tame a horse.
Tame a horse, maybe. Maybe if he's a transplant to the West. All right, so that makes the Pelicans still last place, and the Mavericks and their horse one above them. And then the Lakers...
Yeah, and then everyone else moves up.
Okay. So that puts the Lakers in 8.
Yep.
And the Kings in 7. And the Warriors in 6. The Trailblazers are all the way up to 5. And the Grizzlies are in 4th, because we're figuring a bear can kill the Trailblazer, right?
Well, so here's the thing, is a bear most certainly could kill a wolf. So I'm not going to get it from Alex again. If you put the bear in number 3 and the wolf at number 4.
Yeah. It's a big wolf, but it's still not as big as a bear.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's a body mass thing. And then the grizzly bear will ultimately fall to the unpredictable and infinite nature of music and jazz. And at the end of the day, the sun is older and the sun is just more powerful than music.
Yeah, everybody has to face the music eventually, even the bears.
The sun is just louder than music.
I suppose that's true, yeah. Okay, so that makes your final rankings for the Western Conference. Number 1, the Phoenix Suns. Number 2, the Utah Jazz. Number 3, the Memphis Grizzlies. Number 4, the Minnesota Timberwolves. 5, the Portland Trailblazers. 6, the Golden State Warriors. 7, the Sacramento Kings. 8, the LA Lakers. 9, the Dallas Mavericks. And 10, the New Orleans Pelicans. Now,
yes,
between those last 4, do you just think that, and we're only considering those 4 at this point, would you just say that the Kings and the Lakers, your 2 higher seeded teams, are going to be the ones that actually make the playoffs out of those 4? Because you still have to cut 2.
Yeah, Kings ride horses. I don't think a king is experienced enough to know how to tame one. So because he's going to have someone else, he's going to have one of his subjects do it for him.
Especially if it's a maverick.
Yeah. So I think, honestly, even though the Kings are at 7, I think the Kings will ultimately lose on a rematch to a horse.
Okay, so...
If it's everyone fighting each other. So, yeah.
Well, the Kings would actually be up against the Pelicans if we're going off how the actual NBA works.
Oh, okay. So how does it actually work then?
It would be 7 versus 10 and 8 versus 9.
Okay, then yeah, they both get to proceed as is.
Okay, got it. So 7 and 8 are staying in. We remove the Mavericks and the Pelicans, and the Kings and the Lakers make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, your Western Conference standings are all set. Next up is the Eastern Conference. Okay, in the Eastern Conference, I'm going to go the same order around the clock here. We'll go over each team, and then we can start ranking them. The first one is kind of interesting, the Washington Wizards.
Okay, and that's Washington, D.C. Wizards, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
The next team is the Brooklyn Nets, which is just the net on the basketball hoop.
Okay.
And like we mentioned earlier, the Charlotte Hornets, so Bug.
Got it.
The Atlanta Hawks.
Okay.
The next one is the Indiana Pacers, and that is referencing a pace car.
The Fitness-gram Pacer?
Like a pace car in
pace car, yeah.
In like a motor.
Like NASCAR.
Yeah.
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 Got it.
Which they're a basketball team, but the Milwaukee Bucks, the Chicago Bulls, your favorite team, the Miami Heat.
The Miami Heat.
Perhaps even more abstract, the Orlando Magic.
Okay.
The Philadelphia 76ers, which is just like guys from 1776 when the American Revolution was happening.
Oh, so these are true American patriots.
Yeah. The Cleveland Cavaliers. The New York...
A cavalier is someone who rides a horse, right? In a battle?
Yeah.
Got it.
The New York Knickerbockers.
Okay, dance carefully around that one, I guess.
Yes, from here forward, I will be saying Knicks, but
Bockers? Okay.
Well, everybody calls them the Knicks, but right. I wanted you to know what the full name was because it sounds silly.
What is that?
A Knickerbocker? I don't know. I'm gonna,
okay.
Last time.
All right.
The Detroit Pistons, which is car piston.
Okay. Got it.
The Boston Celtics.
Okay.
So their logo.
Just some Irish dudes from Boston.
Yeah, their logo's a leprechaun who plays basketball.
Got it.
And the last one is the Toronto Raptors, and their name was partially, and we're talking not about the birds, but about the dinosaurs, like their velociraptors.
Yeah, damn. Okay.
Their name was partially inspired by the fact that Jurassic Park was just really popular when they came into existence, which is really funny.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Do you feel like any of these are like top contenders right off the bat?
I think the Knicks got to get removed. It's a top contender for, I don't want to say its name anymore.
Okay. We're simply not going to talk about the Knicks anymore.
No. Oh my God. I've told this story so many times on the show. I've been misunderstanding what team it is. It's the Milwaukee Bucks. Every time I've explained to you what a Milwaukee brick is, it's from the Bucks.
You thought they were called the Bricks?
No. So a Milwaukee brick is like when you bring a bunch of newspaper and like magazines and stuff to a show so you can tape it up and get in a fight.
Okay, time out. Hi, this is Editing Jet. I just needed to interject here to explain that what Steven is actually talking about here is a Millwall brick, not a Milwaukee brick. It's named after the English soccer team Millwall because their supporters were a bunch of violent hooligans back in the 70s. They would bring newspapers into the stadium, fold them up tightly enough to serve as a blunt weapon, and beat the ever-loving shit out of opposing fans. Classic Millwall. Anyway, I'm sorry, Milwaukee. We hope you can forgive us.
They stopped letting them bring like stuff in their bags. So they started bringing like paper so they could like make improvised weapons to hit each other with. So they're called Milwaukee bricks.
Do you think that the Milwaukee Bucks would have a better chance in this competition if it was their fans instead of the actual like deer?
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of hooligans.
So who's the Pistons? That's another inanimate object that has to be removed.
Okay, yeah. The Pistons, I believe, currently are the best team in the East in real life.
And then Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
Who's the what's that big C one again?
The big C one, that's probably the Cavaliers you're looking at. The red one.
Cavaliers. Okay, yeah. So we have the Wizards. The nets have to be removed because it's just a net.
Because it's just a basketball net. I totally agree.
Not even the hoop.
You can still eliminate two more teams just completely.
Do we have more than?
Well, 5 of them aren't even going to make our top 10 list, right? And so far you've eliminated the Knicks, the Pistons, and the Nets.
So we have the Wizards, the Hornets, the Falcons,
the Hawks,
the Pacers, the Bucks, the Bulls, the Heat, the Magic, dudes from 1776, Cavaliers, Leprechauns, and Velociraptors.
Yes.
I think first off, I mean, we're playing basketball. What's a leprechaun doing? You know, he's too short.
I know. He's too small.
I think he's simply too small. Get the leprechaun out of here. I don't think the leprechaun's going to win anything.
Okay.
And the 1776ers, let's cut them out too because I think they would lose to a Cavalier.
I think that's fair.
And now we have our 10, the Wizards, the Hornets, the Eagles, the Hawks. God damn it.
Falcons to Eagles to Hawks. You got there, though.
The Hawks, the Pacers, the Bucks, the Bulls, the Heat, the Magic, and the Cavaliers and the Raptors.
Yeah, that's right.
I love this.
Uh-huh.
So I think this is really funny. I think ultimately the Wizards are going to come out on. Ooh, no.
I'm really fascinated by the Wizards versus Magic matchup here.
Well, so what is a wizard but someone who has access to the weave? We've heard many a tale, many an unstudied fellow falling victim to malpractice within the weave.
Yeah,
certainly.
I think the Magic is probably more powerful than the Wizard. The Wizard is just making use of the Magic.
Yeah. But I think because of that, the Wizard is an incredibly powerful individual. But
It's true.
falls in comparison to the Weave.
The Weave. The Orlando Weave.
The Orlando Weave. The Heat can be counteracted with magic. The thing about heat is it eventually dissipates, right? It's entropy.
Yeah.
But heat in every instance will be able to take out everything on this list, except for being counteracted by a wizard with magic. So I'm going to say magic is 1, wizard is 2, heat is 3.
Magic is 1. The Wizards are number 2.
Yeah.
And the Miami Heat at number 3.
Yes.
Got it.
Beat your meat to that. Heat.
Beat your meat to the Miami Heat. There were lots of people doing that back in the day with the big 3.
So now we've got everybody else. The pace cars.
Yep.
The Pacers.
They're just cars.
So we got Hornets.
Hawks. Yep. Nice. Third time's the charm.
Pacers, Bucks, Bulls, Cavaliers, and just Velociraptors.
Just a Velociraptor.
Here's the thing: is Velociraptors aren't that impressive. They're just like a little bit larger than chickens. But if we're gonna go off the Jurassic Park Velociraptors, they're crazy, right? So,
True.
I think the Buck is at number. Okay, I was gonna put Buck at number 9 and Pacers at number 10, but what's one of the deer's biggest folly but a car?
You're so right about this. The Pacers have to be above the Bucks. You're totally right.
So yeah, Bucks at 10, Pacers at 9.
Okay, the Bucks are in last place.
Yeah.
The Pacers are just above them.
I think Cavalier, a dude on a horse versus a dude in a car.
Yeah. Do you think that the car is gonna, like, can it just run the horse over? Because I don't think Cavaliers have, like, guns or anything.
No, yeah, they just got swords and stuff. I mean, they could they could run over the horse.
But if you ran into a horse with a car,
the Cavalier is still alive.
it might,
to be fair.
it's like not much better than running into like
It'll
a
fuck up,
moose
yeah.
with your car, and it just
No,
fucks
that's a
you
good
up,
point.
you know?
And then the car's out of the question, which is what's being fought, right? We're talking about the dude who has the horse as an accessory versus the car who has a man driving it as an accessory.
That's
so
true.
taking out the Pacer is okay, yeah. So I'm gonna do Cavaliers in number 8.
Okay, they're killing the car.
Actually, I'm gonna put Cavaliers number 7 because a bull is gonna beat a car.
Okay, well, who would you put in 8 then between the Cavaliers and the Pacers?
A bull, the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, so the Cavalier is beating the Bull.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you just have slots 4, 5, and 6 left.
Okay.
And that's between the Hawks, the Hornets, and the Raptors.
I think the Raptors are at 6 because they'd beat a Cavalier certainly.
I would think so.
Now, hear me out.
Uh-huh.
The Hornets beat the Raptor. This is because this is not a Hornet. These are Hornets.
It could
right?
be a swarm.
I think it would be unfair to talk about Hornets outside of their main goal, which is to fucking swarm, right?
Swarm up and pretend like they don't know nobody.
Yeah. So I think the thing is, though, Hawks regularly steal like combs and nests from Hornets.
Oh,
so,
do they?
Bees and Hornets, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say, yeah, I think this is a very fair lineup. We have the Magic leading, and the Bucks being very stunned by the headlights on that. Well, pace car. I just turned the whole thing upside down. Pace cars don't have headlights.
They might. I know the race cars don't, but do the pace cars, do they just use normal cars for that?
Okay, yeah, all right, I'm not gonna. It doesn't really change that much anyway. So yeah, I'm comfortable with this lineup. Go ahead and read them out.
Yeah, that's number 1, the Magic. Number 2, the Wizards. 3, the Heat. 4, the Hawks. 5, the Hornets. 6, the Velociraptors. 7, the Cavaliers. 8, the Bulls. 9, the Pacers. 10, the Bucks. And the last step here is to do our little play-in tournament for the last 2 playoff spots, which will put the Cavaliers against the Bucks and the Bulls against the Pacers.
Yeah, just the nature of how I set these up. there's not much delineation to do here. I think that still holds true.
Okay, so 7 and 8 are going to knock out 9 and 10. Same as the West. Got it.
Yeah.
Knocks out the Pacers, knocks out the Bucks, and the Cavaliers and the Bulls will make the playoffs.
All right.
So it's all set, and we are going to move on to the actual brackets. And this time you'll just get to do one-on-one matchups.
Okay.
All right, we're going to go back to the Western Conference to start the playoffs. Your first matchup is the number 1 seed Phoenix Suns versus the number 8 seed dudes from Michigan.
All right, so the Suns win.
Seems like an easy choice. The Suns move on to the second round. Your second matchup is, of course, the 4 seed Minnesota Timberwolves versus the 5 seed Guerrilla Tactic using Portland Trailblazers.
This is the unfortunates of being the gorilla is eventually there's something else in the mist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They may know the forest, but there's a wolf out there, and the wolf be eating them.
And it's big.
I think the Wolves will beat the Trailblazers.
Okay. You've then got the 2 seed versus the 7 seed, which is the Jazz versus the Kings.
Jazz encourages free thinking. You know what I mean?
True.
Jazz encourages...
Jazz especially as a genre, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Jazz is very counterculture, kind of one of the first of its kind. Jazz is innately unpredictable. All things that Kings are find to be the folly. So I'm going to say the Jazz beat the Kings.
I think that's a pretty easy choice. What is he going to do? Stab music with a sword or something?
Yeah, no.
Is he going to outlaw music?
Good luck. You can't. The spirit of music lives on forever.
Yeah, and eventually you have to face it. All right. The last matchup of the first round in the West is the Grizzlies versus the Warriors.
Use my own joke against me. The Grizzlies beat the Warriors. I can't allow this to happen to me again.
Just out of embarrassment, the Grizzlies are going to win the NBA Finals.
Can a Grizzly beat a Sun? I don't know, Alex. Let me know.
We're just challenging one of our listeners to come up with a way that a bear could defeat the Sun. That's the whole point of the episode.
Yeah, actually. Next we have what? The Wolves versus the Sun?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I believe the Wolves lose to the Sun.
That seems reasonable. And then the Jazz versus a bear.
The Bear loses to the Jazz.
Yeah.
The Bear can't comprehend the Jazz. Even bears must face the music. And you know who else? You know what? Fuck it. I'm tired of pretending like I don't believe this is the case. The Sun must face the music eventually. The Sun will explode. Yeah. The Sun will create, you could say, a cacophony or a symphony of death. Ultimately will be Jazz. So I'm going to say the Jazz beats the Sun.
He was just pretending before.
We're getting real now.
The 2 seed defeats the 1 seed, and the Utah Jazz wins the Western Conference.
Yup.
That means they're going to go to the NBA Finals.
How accurate am I?
How accurate are you? I think the Jazz are pretty bad. I don't remember who's winning the Western Conference right now.
They need to be more unpredictable. They need to be more free-flowing. They need to change their rhythm up a little bit.
They need to be more free-flowing, like on the court, you mean?
Yeah.
I think you should just be their head coach, probably.
I think that's a good idea.
I feel like you understand the essence of the team pretty well. All right, let's move on to the Eastern Conference here.
Everyone do your own thing. It all sounds good together. Stay in the same key, we'll be fine.
Do whatever the fuck you want. See if I care. You're going to win the NBA Finals. You just have to do whatever you want. All right, here's the Eastern Conference. I feel like this one might be more difficult to decide than the West. There's more weird shit and like smaller or extinct animals going on.
The interesting thing about this is the way that these conferences are set up and the way they're determined into the bracket, just because of how I was determining them, not based on skill, but based on like a fight or whatever.
Yeah.
Is like we're kind of getting the same matchup again.
Yeah, more or less. But I wanted to do it the same way we did the NFL episode, where you just play them through a whole actual season.
I think I have funnier things to say here. Go ahead.
The Bulls or the Magic, Steven?
Yeah, the Magic, for sure. I've never liked the Bulls anyway, and their stupid-looking bull mascot. I hate that logo.
Do you know that if you turn it upside down, it looks like a crab?
Okay, I might like the logo a little bit more.
All right, if you're watching the video, check this out. Now it looks like a crab.
Okay, so the Magic still beats the Chicago Crabs, which oh my god, what a great idea!
The Chicago Crabs. That would be so much cooler, bro. Imagine legend Michael Jordan of the Crabs.
Famous actor Michael B. Jordan.
Yes, of the Chicago Crabs.
We've already said that the Hawks beat the Hornets. I believe this continues to be the case.
Okay. They're gonna steal like the honey and like raid the nests and shit.
Well, Hornets don't have honeys, but they will raid the nests.
Okay, they're gonna raid the nest.
Is that the Wizards versus the Cavaliers?
A wizard versus a Cavalier, yeah.
A trial as old as time. I don't think a wizard has ever lost to standard armament.
No, maybe in D&D, but even then, there's fireballs involved here.
True. So yeah, I believe the Wizards beat the Cavaliers.
I think that's pretty reasonable. Now, how about the Heat versus the Velociraptors? You know, this kind of happened in real life, arguably.
I was going to say, famously, I do believe that one of these things is known to have beaten the other. So I have to say that this meteor-looking logo of the Heat would beat the Velociraptors.
It's a proven concept. Velociraptors already died to heat. All right, now you've got a hawk trying to just defeat magic itself. Yeah, I'm really trying to figure out a way to like pull this out of nowhere, but I genuinely don't think that a hawk could beat magic. I know it's hard to like come up with an upset here. There's really not much you can do. I know it's like a cool bird of prey, but what the fuck is it going to do against magic?
Against magic, like at all. Like it's such a nebulous concept. I mean, what we did this right. It's so esoteric, but yeah, magic.
Also, why do you think that, and I'm not asking because I'm going to be able to tell you, but how did Orlando pick that name? Like, it better not be because of fucking Disney World. Like, the most magical place on Earth. We're going to be the Magic.
That'd be horrible if that was the case. And if that is, someone let me know. But like,
frankly, it's my best guess.
Now that you've said that, I don't think I could think of it in any other way. That's fucked.
Okay, I feel like maybe
the Orlando Disney Magics.
God, I hope not. Disney probably owns the team or some shit. I feel like maybe we could have an upset on the other side, arguably a wizard against heat. I know you said that a wizard can use magic to defeat heat, but fireball. Hear me out. I don't know. Do you still think the wizard is going to be able to defeat just heat in general?
Dude, you're right.
What am I right about? Oh, about the magic? No way.
Yes. We need to go all the way back. This changes everything.
We're taking the magic back to the first round. It's Disneyland versus... Well, hang on. Let me make it not a crab anymore. It's Disneyland versus a bull.
Yeah, the bull beats Disneyland. Famously, bulls wreak havoc on cities. To ask the Greeks. I think a hawk could eventually peck a bull to death.
It might be kind of hard for the bull to like gore a flying animal out of the air, and I think that's the best it can do if it's fighting a hawk, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the hawk beats the bulls.
Dude, during the regular season, the Magic, they were frauds. I can't believe they got the 1 seed.
What the fuck?
This whole time.
They fooled me. But they fool me no longer.
They really named their team after Disney World.
Look, dude, I'm looking at our NBA. So, you know,
that's where I find all my best NBA opinions.
Yeah, I mean, how else am I gonna know? Um,
What does it
actually,
say?
hold on one second.
What kind of info
What?
did you find?
This goes deep. This goes deep.
Oh my god. We're discovering a conspiracy about the NBA and Disney World live on air, ladies and gentlemen. Is it worse to name your team after Disney World or to name your team after Jurassic Park? Probably Disney
Orlando
World.
businessman Jim Hewitt and former Philadelphia 76ers general manager Pat Williams came together in an effort to bring an NBA team to Orlando. They decided it'd be best to give the franchise a name. Duh. I don't know why.
Why
Thanks.
is that
Even
sentence
though
there?
Yeah, good question. A contest was held with the Orlando Sentinel for fans to submit their picks for the name for the future team. A total of like 4,296 entries were submitted, and after a committee was selected to review the entries, 4 names emerged as finalists: the Heat, the Tropics, the Juice, and the Magic.
The Juice?
The Juice would have been sick.
The Orlando Juice.
Dude, right? Well, the group pondered which... Are you going, that's absurd? I think it sounds cool.
It is absurd, but I love it.
We've got the Juice!
I'd rather them be the
I don't know.
Juice than the Magic, absolutely.
While the group pondered which one of the finalists would be selected, William's 7-year-old daughter, Karen, paid a visit to her father from the family's home in Philadelphia. After spending some time together checking out Orlando's attractions, Pat took Karen to the airport for her flight home. As they waited for the flight, Karen said something that would leave a lasting impression on the city of Orlando. "I really like this place. This place is like magic."
That sounds like an apocryphal story, and it also sounds like they named the team after Disneyland or Disney World because they call it like the most magical place on earth or something, right?
They thought the word heat left a negative connotation to the area. Tropics referred more to South Florida than Central Florida, and the Juice wouldn't be received too strongly after a terrible winter freeze had devastated the citrus industry. We don't have the juice, is what they said.
The citrus farmers are like pissed off if they pick the Juice. They're like, "Are you mocking us?
Yeah, real ironic.
Our harvest was ruined." That makes me wonder if the Heat came, like the actual Heat, the Miami Heat, came before or after the Magic. Like, were they considering just having 2 teams called the Heat? Or was Miami like, "Hey, Orlando almost did this, and I think it's pretty cool, so we should do it"?
They named the other team the Heat because it was the second best option for names.
Oh, so they
picked Heat for Miami because it was also in this list.
They just went back into the pool of like Florida names. They should have asked again.
Here, this is important though, because we were wrong for a second, but we're not far off. The committee decided to go with Magic, saying the name referred to the magic of Orlando, a tourist hotspot with lots to offer visitors and those who called the area home. So this is like a Wizard of Oz style magic. This is the machinations of tourism level of magic. It's the same kind of magic Disney World has.
Yeah.
It's fake magic.
They're the Orlando whimsy.
Bullshit. The Orlando whimsy is a perfect way to describe. So I'm still okay with this ranking. The Wizards beat the Heat because they could cast like they weaponize Heat. They can cast things that are anti-Heat.
Yeah.
And the Wizards beat the Hawks. The Wizards go to the playoff.
We should have known since the beginning, frankly.
To the what? The Super Net? What's the fucking...
Yeah, the Super Net.
The NBA?
Fuck it. They're going to the Super
All right.
Net.
They go to the Super Net.
You'll see the trophy. It's a Super Net, more or less.
Okay. All right.
Let's go check out the final.
Dude, the Rockets were called the Rockets because originally they're from San Diego.
I thought it was because they go Houston. We've got a problem. That's where they launched the Rockets.
Well, so hold on. The San Diego Rockets were named that because that's where the rockets for NASA were made. And then they moved to Houston, which ended up just working out anyway.
That's where they're launched after being made in San Diego?
Yeah.
That is quite the coincidence.
Damn.
You know what?
Okay, I
learned a lot today.
Yeah, we did. Like the Magic is actually should be called the Orlando Whimsy, or we should have gone with Orlando Juice. But that would have been offensive.
Certainly, we should have gone with the Orlando Juice.
Now we've reached the finals.
Yeah, the question everybody has been asking: Jazz or Wizards? Which one is better? Also, does that look like a super net?
That does look like a super. Well, it looks like a ball going into the super net.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's not too bad. It's kind of a cool design. Honestly, it kind of looks like a big cup. But
It is a cup,
you know,
right? Like
it's
you
a
win
cup,
a cup.
but it looks like a solo cup, like in shape.
Yeah, it does.
Uh,
That's true. It's like a
so
beer pong trophy. Oh, somebody has
That's
to have
so
made
funny.
that before.
Dude.
Like a copy of the NBA trophy, but it's a solo cup with a ping pong
That's
ball
so
on the
good.
rim.
That's a really funny idea. I think wizards, okay, they're magical, right? They cast spells. Jazz, unpredictable.
Yeah.
I've been saying it the whole time, right? At the end of the day, the wizard must face the music. And here's the wizard facing the music.
What if the
Does
wizard's doing
magic-
necromancy?
Well, what does that have to do with jazz?
Well, I'm just saying, if a wizard is to bring something back to life, is it preventing that thing from having to face the music?
Face the music. Oh, dude. Holy shit.
Could be,
But
could
at the
be.
same time, you could, some cultures say that, like, if you're a really good musician, you're a form of wizard as well. That, like, connects cultures to commune with ancestors, brings you back to your cultural heritage.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a form of wizardry in its own right.
You could be a wizard on the saxophone, even, and then
You could be a wizard on the saxophone.
you'd be a jazz musician too.
But you can't be a jazz in the necromancy circles.
No. And I don't think there's like a school of jazz magic either.
There isn't. I don't think there's a school of musical magic at all.
Well, there's like bards who like play
yeah, but-
instruments to do magical effects.
That's true.
These two are very
So-
intertwined, as it turns out.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that is the case. And a lot of times when you hear wizards talk about like the song of the universe or like this the song of etc.
That's true.
Of the weave, I think this is honestly a fucking toss up.
We'll toss it up there.
I'm tossing it up, and I think we've been considering jazz as an esoteric, ethereal, nebulous idea, right?
Mhm.
That like ultimately everything must face the music, yes, but it's unpredictable and uncontainable and so free. I don't think a wizard could do anything against jazz. So even though the Wizards absolutely deserve their place here in the finals, I think the Jazz take
The Jazz
take the-
are NBA
the beer pong
champions,
cup.
the beer pong
Yeah.
cup.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? I think if you made me guess before we started this which team you were going to pick, it would have been between the Wizards, the Magic, and the Jazz. And
Yeah.
I think if we did not discover what we discovered about the Magic,
About the Magic?
the Magic would have been in the Wizards' place here.
Yeah, and I don't think I still think the Jazz would have won, honestly.
I kind of had a feeling once we got going that the Jazz were going to be your champions, even though originally you put the Suns above them. But then we got to the playoffs and you said, I'm tired of pretending.
I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of manufacturing interest and intrigue. I actually believe the Jazz would win the whole time. Yeah, no, I think we figured it out. I think you could place your bets on this for sure. I know the season is underway, but I believe the Jazz will come out the victors.
Yeah, place your bets now. I know they're way down near the bottom of the table and they might not even make the playoffs. I don't even know if they can make the playoffs in real life.
Uh-oh.
I know they're not doing well, but regardless, place your bets. You saw what happened in the NFL episode. Everything was right and you could have made millions. So give it a go this time around.
I absolutely didn't predict the Seahawks crushing the 49ers. What was it, 46-6 or something like that?
Some bullshit.
Want to open
like
that wound on air? Some bullshit.
Some bullshit. Like that.
Some nonsense that I don't like.
Listen, I don't want to talk about it. The 49ers team, I start talking about it. The 49ers
I don't want to talk about it.
are being destroyed by an electromagnetic field, and I will not elaborate.
They're using like the sonic weapon that we claimed to use on Venezuela or whatever.
Well, their practice field is like right next to like some giant substation thing, and a bunch of players have been apparently they've got it in their heads that like the electromagnetic fields can over time like make their soft muscle tissue or whatever more prone to injury, and people have been literally asking their agents, like, is it dangerous to go play in San Francisco because of the low frequency electromagnetic field?
Do you know what else is like a slow creeping problem that causes immeasurable damage to your body and mind?
Oh, smashing your head into a brick wall repeatedly?
Yeah, CTE. I think I'd be more worried about that.
Yeah, same.
But
I'd be more worried about the whole playing football aspect of playing football than the substation next door. I think we're kind of the same opinion there.
Maybe you just lost, man. Maybe that sucks, but maybe you just lost.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Final opinion. They had a pretty solid season. They had a lot of injuries, and the Seahawks are just a better team right now.
And here we are talking about football at the end of our basketball episode. Anyway, see ya.
All right.